This post is absolute bullshit. Everything from the reel itself to the information in the caption is just shit. And I want to give you a little rant about it. There is no such thing as training like a man or a woman. That's not real. That's not real. That doesn't exist. If you look at fucking strength training or hypertrophy, men and women respond exactly the fucking same. And human beings all have the exact same demands on their body, the things they need to be healthy. Basically, training like a healthy fucking human looks the same for everyone. It's a bit of strength training. It's a bit of mobility. It's a bit of cardio. It's a bit of jumping. It's a bit of everything. There's no man or woman in it. There's just training to be a healthy person, a healthy human being. And look, guess what? When any human being does that sort of training, they're going to build a little bit of muscle. That's actually just what it looks like to be a healthy human being. Both male and female people should be muscular if they're healthy. If you eat a decent diet with a good amount of protein, if you actually train so your body isn't fucked, you're going to build some muscle. In my opinion, if you think that women should just look like prepubescent teenagers that haven't done any training, then you're probably a pedo guy.
I can't breathe!
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think we should be pushing training based on how people look, especially when those beauty standards are, again, as I said, pedo guy standards.
I can't breathe!
We should want everyone to be healthy and happy. And that means, as I said earlier, strength training, cardio, plyometrics, and that builds muscle. And muscle and strength is not male or female. Now, let's get into the fucking caption, bruv. Let's get into the caption, because it annoyed me. When women eat and train like men, e.g. high red meat / protein intake and intense heavy workouts like HIIT. Firstly, just bullshit. Like, men don't just have to eat red meat and high protein. And there's male Olympians, Olympic weightlifters in fact, who have been vegan. And there's plenty of male yogis out there, or gymnasts, or runners. They don't all just train HIIT and strength training, but this is obviously where the woman believes that only men should have muscles because she is a pedo guy.
I can't breathe!
We just know that's bullshit, but number one, cortisol overload, overtraining and under-recovering elevates stress hormones, leading to fatigue, weight gain and muscle breakdown. That happens in fucking anyone who overtrains, you dick. Again, not male or female. You've basically just gone, yeah, mate, if you fuck yourself in training, you're gonna get a bit fucked up. Number two, testosterone imbalance. Heavy red meat and intense training can boost testosterone levels excessively, contributing to unwanted masculine traits, e.g. acne, hair growth, or fat distribution changes. Bullshit. I am not a biologist anymore. I did that at uni, but here's what I'm gonna say. Heavy red meat, again, is nothing to do with being male and isn't necessarily what your diet should look like, but to my understanding, and you know what, guys, go and Google Scholar for yourself. Find some different papers. Find a meta-analysis. I'm going to say bullshit just right now. This is not real. And intense training is obviously going to increase testosterone, but it's not fucking steroids, mate. You can't do deadlifts until you grow a moustache. That's not how that works. Strength training is going to do literally nothing to imbalance your hormones. It is probably actually going to give you a much healthier hormone profile, especially if you're eating well with it. It's going to do the opposite of what she's saying. Again, it's this thing of like saying words that sound intelligent to scare people. And it's for a pedo guy reason.
I can't breathe!
Number three, cycle disruption. Hormonal extremes can affect the menstrual cycle, lowering estrogen and progesterone, which are essential for lean feminine shape. Again, her idea of feminine shape is pedo guy.
I can't breathe!
What she's done here is quite clever because hormonal extremes can affect the menstrual cycle. This is entirely true. It's an entirely true fact. Lowering estrogen and progesterone, which also true, but estrogen and progesterone are hormones. So you could have hormonal extremes by having really low estrogen or really high estrogen. The hormonal extreme doesn't necessarily cause the drop. So you see, it's like she makes these jumps in logic that don't really quite make sense. Here's the thing, estrogen and progesterone are, like, yeah, they're useful for being lean because, like, you need to have healthy hormones, but the whole thing with the cycle disruption is, like, lifting doesn't do anything bad to your hormones, nor does just eating protein, mate. It doesn't do anything bad to your hormones. It's not going to interrupt your cycle. It's just not a thing. She just said a lot of words that are just bullshit. And finally, this inflammation thing. High protein / red meat diets increase inflammation, water retention, and bloating. Again, it's just not necessarily true because most of these studies are done on red meat, but that doesn't differentiate between McDonald's and a nice steak. And McDonald's is going to make you bloat and retain water because it's full of salt and all other shit. An actual steak should digest really, really well in your body. Again, doesn't matter if you're male or female. Obviously, everyone's digestion's a little bit different. If you were vegan for a lot of years, you're probably going to start... If you were vegan for a lot of years, you're probably going to struggle to digest red meat. But doesn't mean it's going to fuck up your fucking inflammation and shit. It's just not true. She's just chatting shit, mate. It's a fucking stupid post.